Hello dear students, how are you? This is Bissha, Assistant Professor English, Rangpur Government City College, Rangpur. In this pandemic situation, I suggest you to stay home and follow the online classes. This is my second online class in this platform. Today I will discuss a grammatical item from English second paper. Let's see. Welcome everyone to the presentation on finite verb and non-finite verb. In this presentation, I have set three learning outcomes. First one is you will define finite verb and non-finite verb. The second one is you will tell the difference between finite verb and non-finite verb. And the last one is you will give examples of all the kinds of both the verbs. Dear students, let's first discuss finite verb. According to Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, a finite verb form or clause shows a particular tense, person, and number. We can define it in another way. A finite verb is a verb that changes with the change of tense, number, and person of a subject. It describes the action or state of a person, place, or thing in a sentence. Unlike other types of verbs, it doesn't require any other verb in the sentence to be grammatically correct. So, my dear students, a finite verb has a subject. A finite verb can make a grammatically correct sentence without the help of any other verb. A finite verb shows tense and number and person of a subject. Here in this slide you find 8 sentences, and my dear students, in a sentence there must be a finite verb. So in all the sentences there are finite verbs. In the first sentence the finite verb is work. If we change the subject from I to he, then the finite verb changes from work to works. And if we change the tense, then again the verb changes into worked. In the fourth sentence, subject is I and finite verb is am. If we change the subject from I to he, the finite verb changes from am to is. And if we change the subject into they, then the finite verb changes into are. That is, with the change of subject, finite verb changes. In the sentence number 7, subject is we and finite verb is were. Here both the tense and the subject are changed, and with the change of tense and subject the finite verb is also changed. In the last sentence, subject is he and finite verb is does. Dear students, auxiliary verbs are also finite verbs, and here does as auxiliary verb is a finite verb. Dear students, in this slide you find the classifications of finite verb. Finite verbs can be classified into two types. They are principal verb and auxiliary verb. Let's first discuss principal verb. According to online Dictionary of Language Terminology, a principal verb is the main verb of action or state in a sentence or clause. That is, principal verbs are those forms of main verb which describe the action or state in the sentence. Dear students, principal verbs can make a grammatically correct sentence, as this is one of the type of finite verb, and these verbs also show tense and number and person of subjects. In this slide you find three forms of a main verb. base form, ags form, past form. These forms of main verbs are regarded as principal verb. Now let's discuss auxiliary verb. According to Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, auxiliary verb is a verb such as be, do, have, used with main verbs to show tense, etc., and to form questions and negatives. So, my dear students, auxiliary verbs show tense. Auxiliary verbs are used to make questions, and auxiliary verbs are used to make negative sentences. Auxiliary verbs are of four types. They are be verb, am, is, are, was, were; have verb, have, has, had; modal verb, can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, must, need, dare; and do verb, do, does, and did. So, my dear students, in this slide we find the definition of non-finite verb. According to dictionary, a non-finite verb form or clause doesn't show a particular tense, person, or number. We can define it in another way. A non-finite verb is a verb that doesn't influence the tense, number, and person of a subject. It alone cannot make a sentence to be grammatically correct. Dear students, non-finite verb is just the opposite of finite verb. A non-finite verb doesn't show tense or number and person of a subject. A non-finite verb cannot alone make a grammatically correct sentence. Non-finite verbs are classified into three types. They are participle, gerund, and infinitive. Let's first discuss participle. A participle is a word formed from a verb ending in ing or ed, en, etc. Dear students, you should keep in mind that a participle works as an adjective in the sentence, and participles are of three types. They are present participle, verbs ending in ing, past participle, verb ending in ed, en, etc., and perfect participle. Perfect participle is the combination of both present participle and past participle, that is having plus past participle form of verb. Let's discuss gerund. Gerund is a noun in the form of present participle of a verb. A noun in the form of a present participle, that is a verb ending in ing. If a verb ending in ing works as a noun, then it is called gerund. Here you find the examples of gerund. Walking is a good exercise. Here working as subject works as a noun, and this is a gerund. He is fond of swimming. Here swimming as object to a preposition is working as a noun, and it is also a gerund. Infinitive. The basic form of a verb such as be or run. In English, an infinitive is used by itself. For example, swim in, she can swim. So in the sentence she can swim, swim is an infinitive. Infinitive maybe zero infinitive or bare infinitive or to infinitive. Here you find some examples. He helped the boy to solve the problem. Here to solve, this is infinitive and this is to infinitive. He can drive the car. Here drive, this is an infinitive and here to is omitted as it has been used after a modal verb. So this is called bare infinitive or zero infinitive. I let the man come here. Here come, this is also zero infinitive or bare infinitive. In this slide, you find the difference between present participle and gerund. Dear students, you know present participle is a verb ending in ing and gerund is also a verb ending in ing. Then what is the difference between present participle and gerund? Let's discuss. Present participle function as an adjective and gerunds function as a noun. They are used, present participles are used as attributive and predicative adjective and gerunds are used as subject and object. Here you find examples of present participle. He is standing. Here is standing. This shows, this is modified by be verb and this shows together with be verb is present continuous tense and this is working as an adjective. Don't get on the running train. Here running, this is an attributive adjective and standing is a predicative adjective. So present participle can be used both as predicative and attributive adjective. And gerund, here you find the examples of gerund. Swimming is a good exercise. Here swimming, this has been used as subject and as subject it's a noun and so it's a gerund. I like cycling. Cycling is an object and as object this is working as a noun and this is also gerund. Dear students, let's evaluate. In this sentence, you will differentiate the finite verbs and non-finite verbs. There are a few verbs. You will show finite verb and non-finite verb in different lists and you will also try to mention their types. The man working in a multinational company wears dresses produced in Bangladeshi exporting companies. My dear students, first, can you tell me which are the verbs, either finite or non-finite in the sentence? Let's see. So here working, wears, produced, and exporting. These are the verbs. But can you differentiate the finite and non-finite verbs? Let's see. Here wears. This is finite verb. In this sentence, wears is the only verb that shows tense. And it also influences the subject. The subject is third person singular number, the man. So here s is added to the verb. And the other verbs, working, produced, exporting, they are non-finite verbs. Working is present participle, produced past participle, and exporting is also present participle. Again, in this sentence, first you will try to identify the verb, then you will differentiate the finite verb and non-finite verb, and you will also tell the types. Here you find three verbs. He made a decision to make a man-making society made in India. Made, to make, and again made. Let's see. So, first the made. This shows the tense, and this is finite verb. To make, this is an infinitive and non-finite verb, and made in India, made here is past participle, and it is also a non-finite verb. The same thing you will do in this sentence. Here you find four verbs. Swimming, likes, again swimming, again swimming. The boy swimming in the pond likes swimming as he knows swimming is a good exercise. It's a complex sentence. Okay, let's see. Here you find finite verb likes, and you also get another finite verb is, this has not been written here, but this is also a finite verb, and swimming, 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 these are the non-finite verbs. The boy swimming in the pond, here swimming, this word is present participle, and as present participle this is a non-finite verb. Like swimming, here swimming, this is an object. As object, this also works as a noun, and this is a gerund. As he knows, swimming is a good exercise. Here swimming, this is used as subject, and subject, this is a noun, and this is also a non-finite verb. My dear students, actually in this sentence we find another finite verb, and that is knows. So two finite verbs were not written here, and there is and knows. Dear students, that's all for this day. Thank you very much. In the next class I will discuss rules of verbs. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.